Hey guys, what's up? Chris here for BeerGeekNation.com. Today we're looking at a new release from Stone Brewing. Guess what? I know, surprise, surprise. Part of their Encore series, 20th anniversary Encore series. This is the Stone 14th anniversary Emperial IPA, 8.9% alcohol by volume. What's really cool about this one is I actually, in my very early days of Beer Geek Nation, I actually reviewed this one when it came out fresh. Essentially what this beer is Mitch Steele at the time was writing / researching a book about IPAs, which is actually a fantastic book. I thought I had it here. Yeah, right here actually. This is the Mitch Steele book. If you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. And he wanted to brew an IPA inspired by like classic English style IPAs that they used to send over to India, where they had to hop them extremely high. I mean, when you read the book, the IPAs of then, to preserve them, were just over-the-top hops, just absolutely hopped over the top like you wouldn't believe. And he kind of wanted to brew a beer based on that, using kind of old school, EKG, East Kent Golding hops. Just keep it real, kind of traditional. That is what the Stone 14th anniversary was. Memory serves me, I didn't like it a whole lot. I didn't actually go back and watch the review. I probably should do that, but wasn't a big fan of it. It just wasn't what I was expecting, maybe. So I'm curious about this one. Very, very curious. Let me get into a glass so you guys know what smells, tastes. Give you the final verdict on the Stone 14th anniversary Emperial IPA. I guess the aroma. Yeah, very, very earthy, spicy, a little bit of floral characteristic, a kind of a little bit of a danky, resiny type of flavor, a little bit of like a musty basement as well. It's a very, very odd smelling IPA. I guess the taste. Cheers. Yeah, it's very different. Right at the front of the tongue, pop of bitterness, grassiness, very, very grassy. I think fresh cut grass, a little bit of lemon zest in there, lemongrass. Middle of the mouth, it's spicy. It's very earthy, spicy, herbaceous, almost savory. It's a very, very savory beer, believe it or not. A lot of mouthfeel to it. A very, very, I don't want to say malt forward beer, but it feels like a much bigger beer than it is. Pretty dry in the aftertaste. Kind of getting a West Coast vibe in the aftertaste. Some citrus, very, very dry. But again, that kind of herbal, spicy, slightly floral, citrusy characteristic, grassiness. It's those classic kind of old world hops, really, really just shining in this one. It's definitely a different take on an IPA, and I don't think Stone has ever brewed one like it. All right, guys, so the final verdict on the Stone 14th anniversary Emperial IPA, available now, part of the Encore series. Going to give this one it's like a B- for me. It's just not doing it. There's a lot of, how do I want to put this? I'm not a big savory IPA guy, and I'm getting a lot of that. It's spicy, it's herbaceous, a little bit of citrus, but not enough to kind of brighten it up. There's a lingering kind of resiny astringency in there that's a little bit off-putting and it's kind of not going away. Pretty dry in the aftertaste. Definitely has a lot of body to it for an Emperial IPA, but doesn't taste maltiness. It's the hops doing it for me, and it's kind of the old school, very herbal, earthy, grassy hops, and they're doing what they're doing. It's just there's a lot of it. There's a lot of it in there. It's a very cool experiment. Glad I got to try it, but for me, still one of my least favorite Stone beers. And I'm still giving it a B-. It's solid. It's just not something I would go back to. But I think it is worth trying just to kind of get some historical perspective on IPAs for what it's worth. And definitely check out Mitch Steele's book. Really good book, worth a read. So remember, folks, life's too short. Drink amazing beers. And if you can, please click on the support Beer Geek Nation right up there. Cheers.